Okay class, let's continue with our second video. Now in this video, we're going to work on pages 53 and 54. On page 53, we're going to remember vocabulary in pictures. So we've seen two different vocabularies. One of them were about environmental issues and the other one nature idioms. Let's remember environmental issues. For example, here I have a picture, no, and it says acid rain. Listen and repeat. Acid rain. Climate change. Coastal erosion. Greenhouse gases. Noise pollution. Oil spills. Overfishing. Toxic waste. Waste disposal. Okay, this is being our vocabulary number one, environmental issues. Now let's continue with our second vocabulary, nature idioms. Remember, when we talk about idioms, talk about some phrases that can tell other people a different thing. For example, a drop in the ocean. No? A drop in the ocean. A ray of sunshine. Down to earth. In deep water. Neck of the woods. The tip of the iceberg. Under the water. Okay class, we have vocabulary number one, remember environmental issues, and the number two, nature idioms. Okay, so the idea for this vocabulary in pictures is to practice. Okay, practice, get ready, because it's going to be useful. Okay, it's going to be useful especially on a test. Let's continue on page 54. Okay, focus on page 54. On page 54 we have grammar guide. No? In this part where the teacher is not going to show you, to teach you the grammar. It's just a brief review of the activity. Okay? For example, here we have two activities. Number one, the future progressive, and number two, the future perfect. Let's see future progressive. We use the future progressive to talk about events that we predict will be in progress at a future point in time. These actions are unfinished. For example, I'll be working when her plane arrives, so she'll have to take a taxi. No? So, someone, I don't know, a boy, a girl, mom, dad, brother, sister, is going to arrive by plane. But I can't go, so I'll be working. It's impossible. Or I have an exam, so I'll be studying. I can't go. We also use the future progressive to talk about something that is not part of the specific plan, but will happen in the normal course of the events. He'll be stopping by sometimes tomorrow. If you want me to give him a message. We do not usually use state verbs like sing, be, etc. with a future progressive. For example, by next week she will be liking or liking. No, this word doesn't exist, no? Her new school. The correct word is by next year she will be enjoying her new school. We form the future progressive with will plus be plus ing form. No? I suppose that it's a verb plus ing form. The form of the verb be does not change after the modal will. No? For example, if I say present continuous, I say be, am, is, are. In the past continuous, be, was, and were. But in the future, we use will. So when we use will, be doesn't change. It's the same be for everyone. Okay? For example, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they will be moving to Canada soon. So all the pronouns plus will plus be plus verb plus ing. Okay? For example, you will be eating pizza at night. He will be running in the park tomorrow. She will be drinking orange juice at night. And you continue. Okay? Those are affirmative. The negative sentences are kind of similar. No? It's like will plus not. But we don't use this form. We use this one. Want. Okay? For example, I, you, he, she, it, we, you and they won't be moving to Canada soon. Mister, and can we use will not be moving to Canada soon? It's possible, okay? It's possible to say will not, but it's not, people don't use it, okay? People use want, the contraction, so be careful. And in questions, it's very similar, no? For example, in question, you just move those one, no, move, they change position. For example, here says, I will, you will, he will, she will, it will, we will, you will, and they will. In a question, you change will. Will I, will you, will he, will she, will it, will we, will you, or will they? No? Will you be moving soon? And you have two choices. Yes, we will. No, we won't. Another example. Will she? No? Will she be moving soon? Yes, she will. No, she won't. Another example. Okay. Will they be moving soon? Yes, they will. No, they won't. Okay, be careful. We can add an adverb, for example, probably, definitely, likely, etc., with a future progressive to show how likely something is to happen. We can also use different modal verbs instead of will. Example, might, may, or could. They will probably, in this case, probably, not the adverb, be sleeping when we get home. They might be sleeping when we get home. No, it's possible. Okay, it's possible to use may, might, or could. But, okay, focus on this one. Okay, focus on will. We often use contraction like apostrophe and double L in positive and the contraction one will plus not in the negative, especially in spoken English. Okay. In the pronunciation of the affirmative and question forms, the main verb usually gets the stress. In the pronunciation of the negative form, the negative and the main verb usually get the stress. For example, I will be working when her plane arrives. What is the stress? It's the intonation, no? Will you be working when her plane arrives? No, this is the stress. In negative sentences, you stress the negative part and the verb. I won't be working when her plane arrives. So this information could be useful, no, for this part. Now let's see the future perfect. We use the future perfect to talk about events that will finish before a specific time in the future. Some scientists predict that by 2050, up to 50% of species of wild animals will have gone extinct. Okay, the future and the present perfect is like a mix, not a mixture. We form the future perfect with will plus have plus verb in the past participle. This is the key word. Okay, future perfect. The form of the verb have does not change after the modal will, so there is no problem. We have affirmative, negative, and questions. For example, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they will have and the verb in the past participle. That's the idea. No? Graduated by 2025. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, or they will not, or you can say one is much better. Will one have graduated by 2025. Now it's very similar to this part. The only difference is this part. Okay, the only difference is this part. Have plus the verb in the past participle. Okay, and for questions, no, it's easy. Will you? Will I? Will he? Will she? Will it? Will they? Will we? Have graduated by 2025. In the case of this one, yes I will or no I won't. Hey mister, the answers are the same one as future progressive? Of course, that is the same, okay? We often use time expressions with the future perfect, with by or before, to show the lastest possible time that something will happen. They will have made a decision by Friday, not later than Friday. No, on Friday, that's the idea. That is the, I can say, the last chance, no? Like the future progressive, we can add adverbs or use different modal verbs to express how likely something is to happen. For example, I will have almost certainly finished cleaning up before his parents get home. Or I may have finished, no? Remember in the first part, may, might, or could. Cleaning up before his parents get home, but I'm not sure. Well, as I told you before, focus on will. Okay, focus on will. Because maybe you can get confused. Okay, there is no problem. It's a possibility. Yeah, but I prefer to use will. The future perfect has the same contraction and pronunciation patterns as a result, sorry, as the future progressive. I have, no, the contraction, I have graduated. Will you have graduated? I won't have graduated. No, in this case, about the contraction and the pronunciation. No, in affirmative and questions, the verb is stress, and in negative sentences, the auxiliary, no, the negative form, and the verb is stress. Okay, class, this has been our review. Please get ready because soon you're going to take a test, no, about this unit. So you need to get ready. Okay? Thank you so much, boys and girls. See you in our classes. Bye bye.